welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Trenches presented by One Mike Media. We are here today to discuss week 17 in the National Football League as we get closer and closer to playoff time, talk about what we're seeing, how the playoffs are shaping up, the results from last week, and give our predictions for next week. This week, obviously, it's the holiday season, so everybody can't be here for these last couple weeks. But we'll be back next week with a playoff show. But for now, we got some of our usual suspects here. First and foremost, my man, I call him Steady Freddy, man. He's always around. My man, Daryl. What's up, Daryl?
I'm doing like fresh off the little holiday break, ready to lock back into these playoffs. Gotta take care of business.
Let's get him. Let's get him. This guy now, so he's El Jefe. Got to give it to him, man. But the man with all the facts and figures, my man Jeff. What's good, Jeff?
Hey man, I'm back. I'm back on the set, man. Back on the scene again, man. Had to get my little bye week together, whatever. So I'm good. I'm back.
Yeah, but buying all the Christmas stuff for the kids, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Don't you think?
Right.
But let's get into it, man. Speaking of holidays, man, Christmas Day, they had the Netflix games on TV, man, which I definitely watched both of them. And I'm sorry, man, I like the NBA too, but NFL is king. I don't care what nobody say, right? You know, it is what it is, bro.
They gotta be mad.
And they gotta be mad, bro.
Games was trash though.
Don't matter.
It's crazy, but it doesn't even matter though. Like they're just a better product. I'm sorry to say, like it's just, it's I don't know what it is. I don't know if the NBA got so many threes or
there's less to care about. So really,
I think that's what
there's only like Brian and Steph really to care about.
Yeah, other games. Who watched those fucking other games? Like, let's be real. Like, come on, man. Who the fuck watched the Senate? Not the
Spurs and Knicks.
Yeah, or the fucking Suns and
Sixers and Celtics. Yeah.
Who cares about that? But anyway,
they're so greedy though to even try and still have the 82 game season. Just cut that shit and start Christmas, bro. If you start Christmas, you gonna have a whole day right here.
Yeah, like opening night.
Or Christmas Eve. There was nothing to watch on Christmas Eve. They could have had that spot right there.
But we'll get into that when Half Court Trap starts about the NBA and their problems. But let's talk about what they have on Christmas Day. The Chiefs did go out and beat the Steelers. They clinched the number 1 overall seed, which means they're resting their players this week, which is very important to them. They offense, well, I'll let y'all get into it, but they did beat the Steelers. Steelers losing a tough game, their third one in a row. Daryl, man, my fellow Steeler nation member, man, how you felt about that game, man?
Yeah, tough Christmas to say the least. Yeah, but watching this game, just the same Steelers issue that showed up the past other games as well. The first is a slow start on offense, and then combine that with giving up easy plays on defense, leading the points early on, just getting behind early on, and playing from behind after that. Saw that the past other games against the Eagles and Ravens as well. Somehow we kept it close to going into half, kept it within a one possession game, but came out, started to get a little bit momentum. But after that Freiermuth fumble, felt like the life was taken from the team. Like that just killed momentum, which is a common theme for them with the Eagles and Ravens games as well. Just turnovers at the bad times, really just looking back. And then with those mistakes and turnovers, Mahomes, he took advantage and did what Mahomes does at this time of the year. Really gearing himself up for another run, locked in that number 1 seed. So he's gonna be chilling. And just comparing it to last year, how he had to go on the road. This year, now you get the rest for 2 weeks now, because I don't think the Chiefs are playing. They started this week, so rest this week. Got the first round bye. Now you're gonna be at home throughout the playoffs. So, especially after another year where we're throughout the year we're seeing they're gonna be they look the same as far as what they looked in the past, with guys going down injury wise. Defense started to struggle midway through the year, but only one loss throughout the year, still the reigning champs, and they put themselves right in another position for Mahomes. Right now, where Mahomes sees right now, I feel like he just gearing himself up for another one of those runs. And with the Steelers, not all is lost. I feel like we have an opportunity to get some confidence back. We're getting some healthy guys back. We still gotta lock in this 5th seed so we can play the Texans that first round. We gotta get some confidence back compared to the last few games. Like, got to get back to moving the ball in offense, running the ball, throwing the ball. Got to get back to taking care of the football, especially when we have momentum and having in control of the game. And I just feel like this just the biggest part of the season didn't really do well, but good chance to right that right that ship with a team that still has a lot to play for with the Bengals. They're going to be fighting for their lives. So it's a chance to get a win against them and set us up for a fifth seed trip to Houston, hopefully for a playoff.
All right, Jeff, your thoughts, man? Christmas Day.
Yeah, well, we've been watching the schedule all season long, and we knew this probably was going to be a gauntlet for the Steelers. Like these last 3 games that they played, it was going to test them. For one, no George Pickens, a real bad situation for Russell Wilson and the offense to try and move the ball. They don't really have that many playmakers that are as explosive or as dominant or as good as George Pickens. So not having him out there was kind of hindering their offense and moving the ball. And listen, look, anytime you take away a deep threat in the NFL nowadays, if you don't have that deep threat, your offense is going to struggle. You're going to have to play underneath, and it's going to be difficult for you to move the ball up and down the field. With that said, I was expecting Mike Tomlin to have his team a little bit more prepared. On the first possession, they went 3 and out, had to punt the ball. Listen, if anything is known for sure, Andy Reid, first 15 plays that he scripts, man, them just be like, they're unstoppable. Like, I mean, they scored 2 possessions. First possession, 8 plays. The second possession, 7 plays. That's his first 15 plays. He's going to get touchdowns. That's just how it is. That's how he plays. I did expect more from the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Really, I was expecting them to kind of have a little be more tougher on Patrick Mahomes because the running game for the Chiefs wasn't working at all. It was literally all Mahomes from the beginning, just slinging the ball around. He finally had his first 3 touchdown game this week, which was good for him. But in hindsight with the Steelers, like I said, I hope they can stop somebody. That defense held y'all together like the first 7-8 weeks of the season. That was 5-2 before they made the switch to Russell. The defense was really a stalwart of the entire organization at that point. They got Russell in there. He cooked a few weeks, and then they kind of like went lackadaisical. I guess you get tired. 18-game season, you're going to wear down a little bit. So the defense, I was expecting that to be a little bit better. But this can't be just a typical one and done this season, man. I mean, I'm hearing shots called for Tomlin, his head at this point. I'm like, look, they just don't get no playoff wins this season. It could be difficult for him to kind of go back into that room with the GM and stuff like that. But I expect him to hold on to him. He's a great leader of men. That's a phrase that's thrown around a whole lot with him. You hear it from past players, current players. And he's a great coach. But, that offense, I don't know what y'all going to do at quarterback. Russell Wilson just lost his luster. I don't know what's going on. He's starting to use his legs more, but it's like his brain not working anymore at this point. So, back to the game on Sunday, on Christmas Day, the Chiefs really just did what they wanted to do the first half. You know what I'm saying? Like Daryl said, the turnover by Freiermuth was kind of like let the air out the entire building, even though they was away. They ran the ball well. Honestly, if you ask me, Harris ran for like 7 yards a carry, and Warren ran for like 6 yards a carry. But they just couldn't stick with the ball, running the ball. They just didn't stick with that. A lot of Harris yards came at the end of the game anyway, but they got to stick with what they do best. The Chiefs, like Daryl said, they dominate 15-1. Like, what can you say? The defending champs come back, go 15-1. Their star quarterback is starting to play the best football of his season at the end of the season. You see Kelsey got involved, 8 catches, 84 yards, a touchdown. You got to pay attention to the dude, not Watson, but the other tight end, Noah Gray. He's had 2 games with multiple touchdowns in the last 5 weeks. So that offense is starting to really – Hollywood Brown was back catching passes, going around the end. Worthy was going up the field. Like, this machine is starting to oil itself at the perfect time for it to have to put in the work. And right now, it looks like they're about to put the work in. On Christmas, they was just dominant, man. They did whatever they wanted to do, passing the ball. They had their lull in the second quarter, between second and third quarter, where their offense wasn't doing too much. They punted a few times, but then after a while, they just started getting back together again. This team knows how to win. They're going to play championship football Sunday in and Sunday out. They're going to get the 2 weeks off because they're going to rest the players, and they're going to get the week off. That is too much time for Andy Reid to scheme against whoever the next team is. Like, 2 weeks for Reid is crazy out of this world. So, I look forward to seeing them do well. 10 points for the Steelers it's been a let me down, man. These last 3 games, I think they got 37 points combined in 3 games in a row against the Ravens, against the Eagles, and against the Kansas City Chiefs. So hopefully they can bounce back, and we'll kind of see what happens going on starting next Saturday.
This Saturday, right?
Yeah, the 4th. Yeah, this Saturday.
Yeah. So I agree with everything y'all said, man. I start with the Chiefs. They're gonna have 20, I think like 25, 26 days off between games. So that's a lot of rest. Chris Jones, he'll be back healthy, which is good for him. He wouldn't even play in our game.
Crazy.
Mad too.
He still had 5 sacks.
Yeah, Chris Jones, I'll be back. Whatever was Patrick ankle problem is definitely be healed in 25 days. So they'll be 100% healthy wherever they're gonna go. But we'll see if that Russ, hurt him too. So we're gonna see it'll be a long time. But Jeff is right. All the weapons are clicking now. Hollywood's there. Xavier Worthy finally really, I guess, understanding the NFL speed and how to slow down. He's fast as hell, but I didn't know what to slow down and speed up. He kind of getting it now. Yeah, his pacing and stuff like that. So I think they are, a well-oiled machine. We'll see what they get when they come into playoff time. But depending on with the Steelers, man, like it's just Russ. They said Russ like an NBA player. It's either layups or 3-pointers. Like they had no mid range.
That's accurate as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, accurate.
And they said like he either dumps off or bombs. But that whole like middle of the field, it's like, yo, what the fuck? It's like that. And
but is that Arthur Smith though? Isn't that his Smith's job to kind of get something together for him to hit those plays?
It is, but it's like that's where the traffic is at. So the thing is, the middle of the field, the dump off and the bomb, that's different. But it's like, I don't know. My thing about it is like, one, we got to win a playoff game for Russ and for Tomlin.
For sure.
Even if we lose to
whoever.
The Bengals. I'm talking about the Bengals next week, which I hope this week. I hope we don't. Obviously, we got to win a playoff game, especially if we get the Texans, bro. But if we lose to the Bengals and then lose the playoff game, that's 5 straight losses, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know how you end the season like that and run it back. Like that's just too much for me.
Running back with the coach or running back with the quarterback?
With everything I'm saying. The coach, he got enough leeway, I guess, still to get one more season at least.
He gotta stop the bleeding. Come on, bro. Like you said, 5 in a row is insane. Like,
bro, let me finish facts down this. But with Russ, though, bro, the thing about Russ is that he is a free agent. So the thing is that you're gonna get this nigga 30-40 million a year for the next 2-3 years. I just can't do it, bro. Like, I don't know what to do in a situation. Like, I know it's not a lot out there either, but Russ ain't gonna play another 1-year deal. He gonna want the money. And I'm like, I don't want to get this nigga the money. So I don't know. Especially if he was 5 in a row. With the coach, man. What do you think, Darryl? Would you fire Tomlin if they lost 5 in a row?
Firing Tomlin, that's not gonna solve the problems Steelers have. But as far as the quarterback, it's a tough spot because just where they both at the end of their career. Like, can't give Russ a contract this stage of his career, but he can get hurt or he continue just the downtrend of his play.
Right.
He had that like once he first came in, I don't know what it was. I guess the league didn't really have film on him and this offense with these weapons, but I guess maybe the league figured him out. But I feel like more of it is just him turning the ball over and that's kind of affecting everything else about his play. But then with Fields, we don't really. We saw what we saw in the beginning, but it's not enough to give him a big contract like that.
No.
I feel like we still in the same spot we were last year going into this year. It's like
we're not because now you got to tell about Russ. So that's the problem. Like,
you give him a moderate deal, a 2-year, $15 million.
He ain't taking that shit.
He already made like $1 trillion bucks. Right?
He gotta
$260 million.
He got to go see what's going to be offered because I don't think ain't no team really going to break the bank for him.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like 2 years, $15 million a year. That's not bad. Like,
would you give him 2 for 75?
No way.
Okay.
Come on, man. Anything over 25, you out of your mind. Out of your mind giving Russ that right this. But here's another point though. About the Chiefs though, but Worthy really. With Brown coming back, it really bumped Worthy down to his actual real position on the depth chart. Yeah. Like, he isn't an every down wide receiver that you want to look for. It kind of bumped him down to where he belongs. A rookie, speedster. You do a few plays, we can get you open. So
And Brown had what was the issue? Like an arm issue or something like that when he was out?
It was like
a shoulder something.
A lot of wrist injuries this season,
right?
Too.
But I said it to say like his legs are fine, so he's still the same speed.
It's the wrist, I think. Everybody, Tyreek had the wrist joint. Somebody else had a wrist.
You got D-Hop, Juju, like
they got enough to do whatever they want to do, man. They ain't even got that offense is too prolific.
Yeah, the Chiefs are looking towards the Ravens. I think, man, we won't see how they go, but
that's gonna be
That's gonna be whoever wins. Bills, Ravens, whoever wins out of that, play the Chiefs.
Yeah.
They easily they gotta just be like, look, fuck the other overtime rules. We give them whoever the both the ball is. Fuck the rules. We give them both the ball. Like,
yeah. All right, man. Speaking of the Ravens, they did play the Texans, and on Christmas Day, and we saw them. They smoked them, man. And CJ, they scored 2 points to Texas, man. So it wasn't a great game. But we did see the best of Lamar and the Chiefs, and D. Henry had like 160-something yards or whatever. But your thoughts on them and the Texans, man? What happened to the Texans? Like, and more importantly, CJ. Go ahead, Jeff. You start.
Well, I mean, the Texans just bad. The offense is not. They don't have the weapons. That offense is really probably only going to be dominant if they had all the weapons against the Ravens. Like you've been bringing up week after week, Mike. The Ravens defense really just started to turn the locks on all the doors now. They started to put niggas in the blender. Like, look, we're gonna lock you fuck down. Like, and they're getting back to Ravens football, which is run the football, play great defense, and you go forward from there. But what the Ravens did on Christmas, they just obliterated. They just dominated them from head to toe. They sacked them whenever they want. CJ didn't look comfortable. He wasn't comfortable. Joe Mixon was a non-factor. Nico couldn't do anything. Listen, man, putting Kyle Hamilton in that back and letting Marlon get on that, man, that's a potent conversation.
Bro. Hamilton is fucking
safety, he's a beast, yo.
He's a beast.
And he's like 6'2" at that, too. So
and then Marlon Humphrey, a ball hawk. Like when
that's what I said. They let Humphrey off the leash by putting Hamilton back there. Hamilton back there. So and that's what they did. They really they doubled over Nico. They said, look, we're not gonna let you go over the top. We're gonna keep you physical underneath. They locked that down. As far as the Texans going forward from this playoff game, I don't really know. They've been looking trash the last couple of weeks, but again, they are missing two of their receivers. They're key. They're components on offense to make them so explosive or out of the game. No team can rely on just one receiver and just be great. Like, you just can't do it. It's in this NFL, no, not at all. But 2 points with Beyonce in the stadium was crazy too. Like, that's wow. But
and Houston at home too. That's
in
crazy.
Houston, like at home, like. But the Baltimore Ravens definitely back on the radar. Like, I don't know what it took or what happened. Lamar, listen, man, and I'm critical of Lamar because there are plays where I want him to make the passes. Like, even though it was like the first quarter and it was like a third down, they had to really get it. And he still threw a fucking terrible pass. And I'm like, bro, damn, like, you lucky that y'all got all this momentum and D. Henry to blow these bum-ass Texans out. But he missed some open passes that have to be had when he plays against some of the better teams. He has to make those passes because the running is good. I'm happy to see the running is back. The running is there. But he's got to make those plays, and I hope he does. It'll make the playoffs a lot more interesting. But Lamar, third MVP in the bag, man. I needed to see nothing else after I saw Christmas. I was like, I had Josh Allen there, but then Lamar really must have heard people talking about this third MVP and came out and put a show on. He did the Steph Curry no-look touchdown in the back of the end zone unlikely. He was auditioning for that trophy the third time in a row, which is insane that he'll have 3 trophies, which goes back to the debate we had in the production meetings. We're looking at the Mahomes and Jackson as the new Brady Manning. Like,
that's why some people say it's Allen. They were saying Allen. I'm like, Allen, why? He ain't do shit. Like,
he hasn't done anything. He's full of Rivers for real.
That's what I say. He's full of Rivers.
Number and everything. Same country dudes. But like I said, the Ravens dominated the game. They sacked them over 5 times. They picked them off. They held them to 2 points. And the safety, I still was kind of confused on why the safety even happened. I think it was for the betting purposes. They wouldn't let them get a donut. But the Baltimore Ravens are back for sure.
Yeah. Daryl, your thoughts on both of those teams and all that?
Man. Same with Jeff, man. Just this dominance by the Ravens. This plain and simple, really. Just outclassed the Texans, and really just the Texans. They're kind of lucky, just based on their circumstances and division they in, to still be a playoff team, because it seems like, for example, like the Bengals, they're more suited to be a playoff team right now compared to Texans, but they may not because of their division, how it works out. But just injuries, and the offensive line has been bad all year, and there was no hope. Like CJ, he had no confidence in the offensive line to let receivers run their routes or let plays develop. Nothing, and that's a mixing out the game as well. He's had a good year even with this bad offensive line, but just Ravens from all 3 phases is a better team than them. I agree with Jeff. Lamar locked in that MVP. all across the board, is better numbers than his MVP on year last year. I just think kind of played into the talk was I think the Ravens had their bye at the really late in the year, and during that time I think that's when Allen went crazy with those 6 touchdowns, 5 touchdown games, and I feel like that put a battery in the media's back to kind of put Allen over Lamar, because you can tell the media they want Allen to win. Like ever since he got drafted, like the quarterback that profile, that size, coming out of a small school, making those plays, they wanted this to be his time. But Lamar just been Lamar. Consistently, he does also has the head-to-head win over Allen. So it was really just only Allen that really has it to win over the Chiefs. That's really it. Numbers are Lamar has better numbers there as far as the individual QB wise. So congrats to Lamar again. I remember when they Ravens drafted him second round. I just knew stuff like it was going to happen. Like just the next 20 years, I'm gonna have to worry about it. But really can't say nothing bad about it. It's really just the only thing you can really only thing left for him is to do it in the postseason. Do it all the way from first round, divisional round, conference round to the Super Bowl. That's the only thing on his plate for now. And then the Texans, this is I kind of consider this a sophomore slump for CJ. I don't feel like it's all his fault though, just how the team and how this overall season worked out. But I mean, just so yeah, like a historic rookie season. So it's not expected to. I mean, as you continue to in his career, you kind of want to see him to get back to that and improve even better. But just a bad year overall for the Texans. But just based on their division, they got nothing to worry about. He's going to control that division for the next maybe 10 years, really. So
I don't know if I agree with that.
Coach, I don't know if I agree with it either.
Richardson might have something to say about that.
Not
Anthony Richardson?
Not AR. Trash.
I mean, listen, man. He just one real receiver away, man.
He keep getting benched from Flacco.
They got too many problems.
Yeah.
I think they're close. They got Taylor. They got extension from the Eagles. I think it could be no. They 7-9 right now. Let's not get twisted. Like they really just missing the playoffs this year.
Wow, no. But I will say this. I agree with a lot of what y'all said. With CJ, I mean, yeah, he missing a couple weapons, which is true, but he also missed some throws, kind of like Lamar, stuff like that. I've been watching CJ, and I feel like that the sophomore slump, like Daryl said, is good. Also, you know, he's a rookie, so you didn't really had a book on him. I feel like defenses are throwing a lot of blitzes at him, the key on him and stuff like that. I think he still need to learn more about reading the defenses that pick up the blitz, stuff like that. So I think, but it's okay. It's sophomore. I get it. But I feel like his expectations were higher than what he was able to exceed. He was like top 2 for MVP before the preseason and stuff like that. Yeah. And so I feel like that we kind of overdid it a little bit. And he don't use his legs as much as like Jayden Daniels does either.
Right.
So he really is low key like a pocket passer who can move. So I think when he in trouble, it really does mess like Jayden Daniels. He out of there. Like that thing is going. Shit like that's a little different. But we'll get to them. But you know, with the Ravens, yeah, they're clicking on all cylinders, man. That defense, like I said, with Hamilton, is just a great move. Lamar is being Lamar. Like the way they set it up when they running with Henry. If Henry start killing them, it's over.
He getting like 60 yards in the first quarter nowadays.
Right, because he start killing them, then they'll hit you with that fucking fake the RPO, and Lamar out the window is over. Like that, yeah.
Nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do because you want Henry now because he's killing you and stuff like that.
He averaged 21 yards a rush, Lamar.
It's ridiculous, bro. But because the whole thing is open because they all looking for Henry. You know what I'm saying? So it's bad. It's scary hours.
Are they going to rest? Are they going to rest the Ravens? Are the Ravens?
They got to play. No, they got to play for the division.
Okay. Because I was worried about that because you know what? They rested him years before, and he came out and stunk it up in the playoffs right after that. So I don't think
they can take care because they play the Browns, so they can take care of business. Maybe like start resting players, maybe third quarter, something like that.
Yeah, he can't do a whole game though.
No. They can't. They actually got to play them. But yeah, but also because of the fact that Josh not going to play really, it give Lamar even more stats. They're gonna maybe make him go even further. So yeah, I thought it was close, but I think Lamar don't want it now. Josh had a couple like okay games lately. Lamar's got better stats up and down the board. I agree with Daryl. The media wants Josh Allen to win MVP.
Yeah.
They want Josh Allen to beat Brady Mahomes. I mean, Brady and Manning with Mahomes. I mean, I think because he plays like backyard football and he's big and he's strong, blah, blah, blah. But he's just not Lamar. I'm sorry to tell you, bro. Like, it is what it is. I think he'll never win an MVP because this was his best chance because he had the narrative because he lost Diggs. He lost some of his guys.
That's what I was going to say. Probably because he was doing more with less. That's why they were talking about him so much. Like, he's doing more with less. Doesn't have Diggs, but he still got motherfuckers
taking care of the ball.
He got cooked.
Yeah, he cut his picks down this year, but I don't think next year he's going to back up a little bit. This was an anomaly. This is not who he really is, a gunslinger. No. I feel like that this probably was his best chance to win an MVP this year. I don't think it happens for him, anymore moving forward. So, but yeah, back to the game. Yeah, Texans, they might be one and done, this year. I'm hoping they win. They play the Steelers, but yeah, they probably be one and done in the playoffs like they were last year. Though, so.
It's funny about the Texans too. You know what I realized? Like they run a lot of plays where it takes the receivers time to get down the field and get open. I didn't see like a lot of quick bubble screens or quick this, quick that. Like they got CJ sitting in the pocket waiting for these guys to get 10, 12 yards down the field. That's why he fucking a Lunchable back there. They just get back there eating that little nigga up. Like,
they be eating
waiting too long. He's holding the ball. I'm like, yo, he's holding the ball like 6 seconds here. Like,
it's too much. It's too much.
So, and then the defense for the Texans really, what happened to that? We thought D'Amico Ryans was going to have you know what I'm saying? They got the pass rush with Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter, but them corners
getting cooked. Getting cooked, bro.
And maybe with Shazier missing. Remember, we forgot about He missed 3 games.
Yeah.
The safety or the linebacker that hit Lawrence. So I don't know, but it's not their season. It's not their season. The ride is over for them.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Speaking of Jaden Daniels, man, the Commanders beat the Falcons in a great overtime football game the other night. We saw 2 rookie black quarterbacks, I want to add, and Michael Penix and Jaden Daniels. Daryl said it, they made the right decision, moving forward with Penix. But I got a chance to actually watch him and watch Jaden Daniels. So Commanders, Falcons, Daryl, your turn. We thought about that game and these 2 quarterbacks, bro.
Yeah, definitely, like you said, black QBs. I was watching that game, like it just felt good, like seeing the future, the NFL, and it looking like that. So definitely good to see. With Penix, again, with any quarterback, just any situation really. Like if you saw how Kirk was playing, something had to be done. Like even if it was a rookie quarterback in line or not, you had to make a change there. As far as the decision, it was. I mean, it's still in a fight for the playoffs and the chance to win the division. So, and you couple that in with throwing in a rookie quarterback, it's a lot to talk about. But again, I thought that it was the right decision just based on what they were getting with Kirk. And once I really saw Penix in there, especially last week, I just saw a level of poise that I didn't really expect, where you don't really see with rookies. Just that nothing really. He doesn't look too lost as far as like what he sees from the defense so far, just from a small sample size we see.
Yeah, I mean, I think he had 55 starts or something like that in college. Like he seasoned.
Yeah, and he has a good arm too. So like, and he knows, and it looks prepared. Like he knows what he sees and knows what to read and knows where to throw the ball. So I like what I saw from him. And he has some weapons to utilize too. With he has two good receivers with London and Mooney and Pitts. And then Bijan as well. So he got some weapons to work with, and it's really just him just keep working with that and getting better. They still, I feel like I'm not sure how it goes, but if for their division, it's either if the Bucks win or if the Falcons, whoever wins basically, whoever gets the division.
Yeah.
Okay. Do they play each other?
No.
This week. Saints play the Buccaneers this week. Falcons play the Panthers.
Gotcha. Okay.
In Atlanta.
Okay, so they still have a lot to play for. So definitely another opportunity for the rookie to show what he's made of. And speaking of that, just feel like Jaden Daniels, he's been doing all year. Just another moment. Just another moment.
Yeah.
Just another moment. Just him just rising to the occasion, just making a play. Like I don't know. I don't remember a rookie quarterback having this much clutch moments, comeback wins during the regular season. And with him, I was just before he came into the league, I didn't really watch him, but I wasn't aware how good he can move, and also combine that with him making plays and scrambling and throwing the ball. Definitely like what I seen from him. He's going to be a staple in that division and that NFC for years to come. They just got to get a little bit more guys around him other than McLaurin. I feel like in the beginning it took a while for him and McLaurin to get on the same page, but once they did, they started to take off. But they keep building more on that offense. I'm not sure if Cliff is going to stay there. I feel like his play calling helped out good as well. And then even with the Commanders, I feel like when they got Lattimore, I think this might be his first or second game that he's played. I don't really see too much of an impact that he's made defensively. So I feel like that's going to get in their way come playoff time. These teams that may be better than them, they're not going to get a chance to get a stop when they need to force the Jaden to not be in a shootout. And as far as if they were able to get more stops that they can utilize what Jalen is able to do in those clutch moments when it gets tough. So, but I like what I saw from both of these young QBs and the future bar for both of them.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Man, that was a great game, honestly. Look, Daryl been cheering Jaden Daniels on all season, basically. And it's funny. I was just kind of just doing some research. He was coached by Herm Edwards in college. He was coached by Pierce. He's had professional players in his circle. The game was fantastic. Listen, Daniels went from 16 carries for 127 yards rushing. Like, that's nuts. Like, he went all like RG3 on us with that shit. He was like, fuck it, I'm gonna beat y'all by myself. I don't care what it takes. Like, McLaurin only had one catch for 5 yards. The other guy, Zacharias from the Eagles, he had a big game, 8 catches, 80 yards, a touchdown. But this was just really all Jaden Daniels. He was not losing this game. He wasn't poised. He was like, I'm not going home with the L. It is what it is, and that's good. I like to see that competition. That division was kind of like still in limbo a little bit. But they're set for the future. He give me RG3 vibes all over again. Just passing is different. I just want him to put some weight on in the summer. Kind of, like I said, keep himself healthy. But this game against the Falcons, he was lighting them up. The Falcons defense already been barbecue chicken all season anyway. And then on the opposite side, Penix, 19 for 35, 235 yards and a touchdown. It's not bad. 19 for 35, of course, is mediocre. That's like almost 50%, Mike, give or take, passing completion. But it's like first game, so you can't really take too much away from it. You know what I'm saying? Bijan had 90 yards. Like I've been saying, you got to give Bijan the ball 30 times. Like, he's got to touch it so many times because he's so explosive. And that's something that they kind of been leaning towards. So I hope Raheem Morris kind of gets that together. Drake London had a 7 catches, 100-yard receiving game. So that's good. They got cornerstone pieces in Atlanta. You got a premier dynamic running back. Him and Gibbs should be duking it out next season for like best running backs in the NFC. Like, I don't know, like Jahmyr Gibbs, the way he looks and the way Bijan look right now, exclusive right now. Both of them is crazy nasty with the footwork.
Yo, I told you I've been off topic. If Gibbs just is so back
by himself, he's
1,800-yard back, bro. Like, he's that fucking
That's
good.
What I'm saying. Him and Bijan kind of got the same build. Like, they got not the build, but the makeup, the speed, agility to catch the ball, run the ball, between tackles, get outside. Like, so the Falcons got to really feature Bijan Robinson next year. They have to really focus on that. And listen, they tried to do that this season. 2 years in a row, I don't think they really utilized him really well. Honestly, I thought last season he was underutilized. This season, I think he's still underutilized. I thought he would be in the conversation for top running backs for the season, but he's not because they're not giving him the ball as much. Of course, they had Kirk Cousins throwing the ball, turning it over, all nuts, whatever. But still, the offensive focus needs to turn to that dynamic running back they have. But like I said, this game was just Jaden Daniels' game. This was the Jaden Daniels game. 127 yards rushing, 200 and some yards passing, 3 touchdowns. You lead them down in overtime to seal the deal. All right, let's go. That's the game you start to see a person ascend to a whole nother level as a player, and I look forward to them doing that.
I think Daniels had about 4 or 5 games this year, bro. He's been doing his thing, man. He had the Hail Mary game. He had a game against the Bengals.
You can't count the Hail Mary game, bro.
Okay, all right.
It's a blink away from being like something different. Like
the game against the Eagles, bro. He done had a few like crazy games, bro. The kid is good. I think he got like 900 yards rushing, something like that. Some crazy
like
number.
820 yards.
Yeah, like crazy number for a rookie, bro. Like, dude is really, really good. I agree with another receiver because Scary Terry, sometimes he ain't that scary. And this last last game he had 5 yards.
Yeah.
Dude on the Falcons locked him up. Like, yo, lock your key, bro. That's real stuff. I mean, he had up and down games all season, actually.
You're right.
Yeah, so they need another receiver, I feel like, but I like Brian Robinson. But he only okay, their running back. I mean, I think pretty sure Daniel leads the team in rushing, actually. So, but they're gonna have they might have the Rams in the first round in the 3-6 matchup, so they can win that. They can win that matchup.
I think they done it. They get the 3-6 in the Rams. If the Rams at home,
If the Rams be home, I think they could win that. They can win. I ain't saying they will win.
I'll see them.
That'll be a shootout.
That BWI on the way back. On the way back, bro. They done.
They done. They cooked. It's over.
Yeah, bro. That defense ain't good enough to hold the Rams down, bro. Like Rams got Williams. They got a lot.
Well, anyway, we'll talk about it later on. Yeah. Playoff matchup. But as far as the Falcons are concerned, I mean, obviously they had to make the switch. I think Kirk wound up getting cut. I think Darryl said that too in the chat. They got his bread. Kirk good. Kirk got the best agent in the history of sports, so he's fine. But Penix, I think he hit a few years. You know what I mean? Like, I like the fact that he can't move a little bit. I know he had 2 knee surgeries in college already, so I don't think that's why he can't, really run from him like that. But he can move some. I don't like his delivery, but he get the ball out. The lefty, you know what I mean? He a lefty going on. It's him and London will be good together for years to come. And I think he does make even Pitts a better player too. So I feel like they got a lot to build on as far as they're concerned, but I just don't. I mean, they're still kind of like a middling team to me, even with the switch for right now. But we'll see how they do down the line. They got to fix some stuff on the defense too, in Atlanta as well. But the Commanders, man, they're a good team. Good. What's his name? Who the head coach over there? From Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, man. Dan Quinn was look. I'm out to the Cowboys. He wins, bro. Dan Quinn wins. You know what he be doing, bro. He fiery. I like Dan Quinn. I like Jaden Daniels for him. The kid is definitely poised. Like I said, that NFC East, within a year or two, he can be the best quarterback in the division.
Nah, I got them winning the division next year. I got the winning the division next year. It never stays the same.
Never back
we don't know what the Cowboys gonna look like. We don't know who the Giants is gonna have.
He's gonna bring in some free agents
down for injury next season.
Free agents are gonna want to play for if Jaden Daniels gonna be playing like this, he's gonna bring in some free agency.
I honestly think he do have a higher ceiling on Jalen Hurts. I'm sorry to say. Like, I think Hurts already made a ceiling. I think Jaden Daniels has a higher ceiling than I think he sees the feels better.
Yeah, he only has more potential.
Yeah, he throws a better ball. He's just a better, like actual quarterback. I feel like. I mean, one's, whatever, but that's for down the line. But I like what I saw. Falcons, we'll see. All the Bucks got to do is win. The Bucks win, they're in. They got the Saints. They'll probably win. And I want to see the Bucks get in because I like how they play. Everybody shaking big. Yeah. Bro is like top 4 like every QB category. Like this nigga we forgot about Baker from Cleveland, bro.
5 touchdown games this season. Like,
he got 39 touchdowns.
And lost his top 2 guys for a while.
Yeah. First of all, Godwin was the number 1 coming to the season. He lost him for the season, and then Evans went out for 5 games. He's still making it happen.
Yeah, if you had Godwin, you definitely win a chip,
bro.
Because that nigga was stealing points from the nuns, like killing them,
bro. Listen, but he got the most touchdowns over the last 2 seasons for any quarterback. Baker. So.
He got the dual backfield too with Irving and White.
And he can run a little bit too, Baker. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
for real,
he's shaking big for real. So I want to see him play. I mean, last year they beat the Eagles in the first round.
He came over the
Bucks. Yeah, this year I think they would have to face. Maybe the 4th seed. Oh, they went out. No, they had the Vikings. I don't know about that. Well, Vikings and Lions.
Vikings be Cinderella. We don't know.
It depends. Vikings and Lions. We'll see about that.
Yeah, it could be Cinderella.
We'll see. Moving forward. Speaking of Vikings did beat the Packers by 2, and that was in our pick'ems. Who had the Packers in the pick'ems? You did, Jeff?
No, Jordan and Daryl. Who you talking? You just picking the weirdest shit. Like what? Like, what are you watching these games? Like,
damn, Daryl.
Every time they came back, almost had it.
Can't get right. He can't get right. Oh,
yo, how you gonna be last at everything?
Hey man, enjoy it while you can this year. This is an anomaly. We get it out of
anomaly season.
Yeah.
Bro, that's crazy. Yo, you took Jordan's spot.
Wow, man. They did together, man.
Yo, bro. Anyway, Vikings did beat the Packers.
Yeah.
Now setting up, which we'll talk about later on, a crazy showdown in the NFC North for the division for the number 1 overall seed. But the Vikings did win. Sam Darnold continues to play as well with the weapons they had. Packers did come back, but the Vikings won, man. So I think I'm on there all this time. How you felt about the game, bro? We'll see.
Yeah, just dominance until the fourth quarter really what we saw from the Vikings really. For me, really, what made me like not really believe in the Vikings was that stretch that Sam Darnold had where you just turned the ball over left and right for a few weeks there, and just not. But his track record as far as him moving team to team and him playing bad. Once I saw that, I was like, oh, same old Sam Darnold. And that's why I kind of went away from the Vikings there. But since then, he's cleaned up turnovers, playing well. They have a situation where now they're taking advantage of all the attention that Justin Jefferson is getting, even though he had a good game this week. But Jordan Addison has been taking advantage of all that attention and really stepped up. Him and Darnold developed a connection. And I feel like that's really helped them out. Still got Hawkinson. I think he came back halfway through the year. So him getting ramped up towards the end of the year, that's going to help them as well. And then, of course, Aaron Jones every down back. So they got all the pieces on offense, and with defense, Brian Flores all year, he's been making the decisions and getting that defense right to make plays. I didn't really expect that. I mean, I know he was with the Steelers for a little bit there, but him getting another opportunity to be defensive coordinator, and really this defense is not really household names really other than I think the guys still got Harrison as far as the safety. They traded Danielle Hunter to the Texans in all season, so not that many household names. It's really just a lot of players locked in and well coached really what it comes down to. So this is a dominant game on both sides of the ball, and just the way they're playing, they can with that offense and the weapons that they have. If Sam Darnold is playing like this, they can beat anybody. It's going to set up a good spot, a good it's crazy how it works out. Like the last game of the year, going to come down to that division and number 1 seed. So definitely shouts out to them. And I feel like, we're going to speak on the coach of the year situation, but that game is really going to decide it for me when it comes down to it. And as far as the Packers, I just feel like they may be like 1 or 2 years away from competing with the Lions and Vikings in these scenarios. They're just too young, really. Just not enough experience on offense and defense, really. And then I like the play calling on the offensive side. And then Jordan Love, he's taking care of the ball more, but I feel like all year he's been playing that juggling act as far as taking those chances, being that gunslinger, and then taking the foot off the gas and taking care of the football. I feel like once he gets more, like I said, I think I said it early in the year, once you get a consistent weapon that he can rely on every down, but that's going to take him to the next level, and we'll see more consistent numbers from him. But just as rather right now, just overall, I feel like the Packers are just a year away from competing with the other 2 teams in that division. And it's going to come down to next week, Lions, and with the Lions, I didn't expect them to still be in their spot with everything that they face injury wise as well. But I like the like of what the Vikings showed me leading up to this last game.
Yeah, you were on the Packers hard too, beginning of the season too, Daryl. I remember that.
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
It was a good game though. I mean, it was Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold has been playing like he playing for the money. I tell you that. He a gambling man. He playing for the money this year. Listen, over the last 7 games, he's got 18 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. So after he had that little 5 interception streak, he really cleaned that thing all the way up. He's got 6 games consecutively over 100 QBR, quarterback rating. Mm-hmm. So he's really been hooping out of this world. Listen, it's not hard to hoop when you got Justin Jefferson out there. He do whatever the hell he want to do. He go wherever he want to go. The person that stepped up the most was Jordan Addison this season, which was really impressive. Because last year he didn't look like this guy. This year he's really found his rhythm behind Justin Jefferson. He's able to ball out. But this game itself was actually a microcosm of the season. The Vikings jumped right out the gate being hot. They came right out the door beating cats down. early in the season. They getting consistent in who they are. They know who they are. They have running backs. They have Sam Darnold playing the best football of his NFL career. The Packers, I feel like once Jordan Love got hurt, I don't think he's ever been the same quarterback since then. That MCL that he came back miraculously in like 2 weeks from, that was insane. Like whatever roids he was on, they might be getting to his head at this point because he's been all right the last 6 games because he's got like 11 touchdowns, maybe 1 or 2 interceptions, but all of his games have been under 100 quarterback rating. So, they're taking the ball out of his hands, giving it more to Josh Jacobs, which is a good thing, but then you make your quarterback not a threat. I think sometimes when you do that, you take away the threat of your quarterback. He's not mobile right now because he's injured. And it showed in this game. They got down early. The Vikings came right out, punched them in the mouth. Yeah, they came back ferociously at the end, but Love didn't even have 200 yards passing. He had 1 touchdown. Jacob had 89 yards rushing and 1 touchdown. So, I think the Vikings kind of just took their foot off the gas after they realized they was beating the brakes off of them. It was more of that than it was the Green Bay Packers coming back in this game, in my opinion. But like I said, Sam Darnold's been playing lights out. Like I said, 18 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in the last 7 games. You can't really ask for more of a quarterback from that. He did have the 2 games before that where he had 3 interceptions and 2 interceptions consecutively. But since then, he's really got it real cleaned up. Like you said, Daryl, Brian Flores probably should be a head coach.
I was going to say, that's what I could remember. That's what the Ravens were looking at, Brian Flores.
Yeah, that's who we need to be looking at. You know what I'm saying? But he should be a head coach. Let's think about it. He had that stint with the Dolphins where he tried to sue the NFL for all of that. Once all that subsided and went away, now he's able to focus on actually coaching the game. And defensively, he's had the motherfucking Minnesota Vikings playing well. Listen, the Minnesota Vikings got some names. They got Byron Murphy Jr. They got Gilmore. Gilmore might not be the Gilmore old, but he's still smart. They got Van Kinkel on the line. He's been getting sacks all season. He's like a rookie or something like that. So they've got a couple pieces in place. I think in this NFL, when you got the back end locked up, that's half of your problems gone. When you can put a Gilmore and a Byron Murphy Jr. back there to kind of like hold things together, you can let the pass rushers get where they got to go. But the Vikings are this year's Cinderella team. I'm eager to see what's going to happen with this money. Sam Darnold going to get paid. Is he a long stay in Minnesota or is he a 1-year rental? Now, Jordan Love, on the other hand, yeah, they're young, but I still think Jordan Love's got potential beyond his years. That Green Bay formula works. It works. I think if he doesn't get hurt, I had him in the Super Bowl. I had the Jets and the Packers in the Super Bowl in the Aaron Rodgers Bowl. It made sense on paper at first. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, once he got hurt, he just became a different quarterback. And they weren't sure how to let him play at first. They were letting him play through it. Then they realized they had to take the ball from him because he was, hurting the team or whatever the case may be. I really like Matt LaFleur as a coach. Really like Matt LaFleur. He's one of the bright minds in the NFL, the young minds that go along with the dude in Miami. And, of course, McVay, they're a little older. But these guys are a lot of offensive, potent coaches in the NFL. And I think Matt LaFleur is one of them.
Yeah. I think that where I want to start. I start with the Packers, I guess. Yeah, they have taken the ball out of his hands a lot. He was making a lot of mistakes. I think you're right. He did come back pretty fast, but he's a gunslinger at the end of the day. But I'm going to go back to what I've been saying all year long. They don't have a number 1 receiver.
That's
I think until they actually get a number 1 receiver, you're going to see some of these mistakes from Love because they got a bunch of number 2s, maybe even 3s in some cases, stuff like that. So, So, but not like a true number 1, I'm gonna go to you for this whole drive type of deal. So that they're running plays, getting guys open because of the play calling, but not because they beat everybody. Josh Jacobs is good, but the Packers got to seal him because of the fact that when I'm one receiver. So we'll see if they can get somebody in the offseason. Maybe they can try to get T. Higgins. I don't know.
He on everybody's radar.
I know. But he'd be good with him and Love. That would be good for Love. He's big, 5, huge, fast. You know what I'm saying? So he'd be good. But so that's their problem. The Vikings, man, Darnold has kept it up, man. He got a great season going on. As far as the money's concerned, the thing is they still got the kid JJ that they drafted last year, top 10. What's the top 10 pick?
We ain't seen nothing.
I saw something that they can actually franchise tag Darnold and actually worry about this next year.
Yeah, if we're worried about
That's
next year,
what they
the
gonna
next
do.
year they can still trade McCarthy if Donald's still playing good. So they got a lot of options. But the
He ain't gonna
franchise
be
tag
happy.
like $45 million now.
He's not gonna be happy with that, man. He looking for security, man. He done bounced around like
Yeah.
5 teams, bro.
He ain't got no choice. You know what I mean? So
Like,
you know,
take
have to take the
45
Take
franchise
this
tag.
45 mil, stay healthy, then get paid. And
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
no longevity. That's the key part. You gotta stay healthy. Like,
You gotta stay healthy. Yeah, that's the only thing. So I mean, but and the Vikings, they good because they franchise him. If he fall off, we still got our top 10 pick. So we good either way. For now, you know what I mean. So I think they're good. The playoffs gonna be cruel. We'll get to next week. I don't want it's crazy, but we'll see about the Vikings situation. I mean, with the Lions stuff like that. But the Vikings are a Cinderella team. They had a great season. Honestly, they had like 11 wins last year with Kirk or something like that. Like they weren't actually bad. So it's like he's kind of came right in. It's already a good situation. You know, it's good for him. So we're gonna see how it's probably the best case scenario for the Vikings because they didn't have to let the rookie sit back and learn. They got a guy who's playing pretty well. They can franchise him and not pay a long term deal. They actually in a good spot. And I like what's his name? Kevin O'Connell, their coach.
Yeah, another bright mind.
Another bright young coach, bro. Like it up, bro.
man, he had what's the name? The Pastronaut in there last year winning games. Like the Pastronaut, what's the name? Dobbs.
Oh yeah. And now Dobbs doing like insurance commercials. Like that's crazy.
Dobbs threw a touchdown on Sunday though. Dobbs still doing his thing. Shit.
Dobbs played?
Yeah, Dobbs played in that game.
That's crazy.
He was on the
Niners.
Yeah.
Okay.
The game
I'm talking about the Vikings. Like what?
Oh no. I'm saying he's still in the league though. But Flores. I think Flores with your defense will be great if they get that job because they already got a pretty good defense in the
if I was Flores, I wouldn't even leave the situation I'm in, bro. Like I got O'Connell on offense,
just like the OC for the Lions.
I wouldn't even
wait until the right opportunity. Don't take anything.
Right.
I mean, he should go to the Bears, the Lions, OC. I feel like
yeah.
That's another.
You already said that. Interesting.
Yeah, I already said that. Next we got the Lions and the Niners. Actually, we talked about the game last night or whatever. So, Jeff, your thoughts on the game? You can start. Bro.
Man, that was a game and a half too. Brock Purdy was like not really beat to play, like And you know, listen, like the Detroit Lions, I saw a stat. They are the only team in history to have 2 running backs and 2 receivers with 1,000 scrimmage yards.
Yeah,
in the same season. Like that's crazy. Like, you know, the way they've been playing all season, like they came out the gates with it. Like and that's good. That's good because you know there was a lot of rumblings about whether Jared Goff could do it again, and he be any good, so forth, so on. You know, and he put 40 up on the 49ers. I know the 49ers aren't missing all of their players. They don't have all their top guys. The defense still has some good names. They still got Fred Warner on defense. They still got all these guys. Bosa. They still got Ward. They got Warner. They got guys. So to hang 40 on the 49ers is like it's not really a small feat as you would think it is. But
I'll tell you about how big it is. First time it happened since 2022, I think.
And that's insane. That's a 2-year gap. That's you know what I'm saying. That's a lot. So that just tell you the type of trajectory that the Detroit Lions are on this season. I couldn't mention how important it is for them to get that number 1 seed. They gotta go inside. Even though Goff played well last week against Chicago outside, he played well, earlier in the season. But that inside, they're too dominant. And don't let them put them black jerseys on. If they put them black jerseys on at home, bro, you might as well pack it up. They ready to come play. But Ben Johnson, I mean, he's going to be a head coach next season, no matter what. I've been on the record criticizing Dan Campbell for his gambles, and like I just recently checked it. And I think he's like 20 for 24 on 4th down conversions. Like he's insane, just going for him and just getting them all season. So that's good. The running back situation, we already know what that looks like. Even without Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs is premier. He's banked on being a top running back next season.
Another boy, all right too. Well, I don't know his name. The backup now. I don't know his name. But
I think I saw that dude too. He was pretty
Alexander or something like that.
Something like that. And I think he's a rookie too, or something. He's young. Jamo played crazy this season. He takes the top off. Morans comes around the middle. Laporta's playing well. they just clicking on all cylinders. And I think this game was obviously a microcosm of them, where we get to see their defense is actually kind of like shredded cheese right now, bro. They're giving up points to everybody, and that's something to be concerned about because they're really going into this with like the old Rams philosophy, where we just gonna outscore you. Like, we got to outscore you to win the game, and that could end up coming back to bite them in the ass. You know what I'm saying? But right now they're playing well. Like I said, they hung the 40 burger on the 49ers. Brock Purdy wasn't really trying to let up either. He was playing a fantastic game. He really wanted to knock them off the model at this point. He just wasn't able to do it because he doesn't have his full complementary of weapons. So, you know, that was one of those instances that, you know, and again, like I said, another season where say it again, only since 1970 has one team been to the NFC to the Super Bowl, lost and came back and went back. So that will continue on for the 51st year. But the Detroit Lions just the best team in the NFC right now, bro. Really can't look at it no other way. Jared Goff is playing out of his mind. I was even laughing at the week before this one against the Bears when they did the fake stumble. Like, that play, like, damn, like, they really try to play disrespect them. Like, we gonna run a fake fall down and come up and throw a touchdown. Like, that's when you know it's all just clicking. Like,
and they worked on it though.
I know, that's the crazy part. Because then they on the sidelines talking about it, like, I told you it would work. Like, what? Yeah. Come on, bro. This is crazy. Like, to even recognize that happened in the game before and say we're gonna implement it as part of one of our play action plays is crazy. So, you know, like I said, the Detroit Lions. I don't really. Super Bowl, it's hard to say. It's hard to say, man. Any given Sunday, Mike, like you always say, any given Sunday, somebody put you on your ass, man. So we'll continue to see from there what's gonna happen.
Daryl, your thoughts, man? The Lions and Niners more likely moving forward, man.
Yeah, definitely didn't see this being a good game. Just coming into the Lions, the Niners, and had nothing to play for. And even if the Lions lost, they still playing for the number 1 seed this week as well. But really, just the caliber of both teams really showed. The Niners, I mean, I know they're not in it this year, but the last 5 or 6, even 7 years, really, they've been in that championship conversation. So I'm not surprised seeing a team with nothing to like that, like nothing to play for, but still showing up and playing well. And then the Lions. I feel like the Lions, they're a real petty team. Like, they don't forget nothing. So I feel like they came into this game like trying to with revenge on their mind. And then they didn't see the Niners roll over. So I feel like they saw that. And then once they saw it, I think they maybe Dan Campbell talked to him in the halftime and said, hey, we got to really take this where we want it. So they came out third quarter, 18 points, and then 9 points in the fourth quarter and then really just get the control back of the game. Definitely with the injuries on defense, it's kind of changing how they have to win. It's like they have to win in these shootouts more than likely, because they still had the offensive weapons. I feel like even with Montgomery being out, it's not really a drop off with 24/7 Gibbs rather than just 50-50 Gibbs. So seeing utilizing him every down back, it's not really much of a drop off there. And I feel like they said Montgomery, he might be back second round of the playoffs anyway. So they'll have him back. They still have all their weapons on the offense. So they can score with whoever. Just a matter of running into a good defense like the Eagles. If they can still do that, or if they can get a stop against when they need to. So this is really we have to wait and see when it comes to that. We may have a chance to see that next week. Next week, that's really going to be a playoff type of game between them two. That's the number 1 seed playoff by just overall confidence of being the number 1 top dog in the NFC. So we're going to see that's going to be a playoff type of atmosphere there. And the Niners, again, the injuries was the story of their season, unfortunately. Never really had everybody together and gel and develop some chemistry or to get some momentum and at any point during the year. I feel like, again, once they got to make a decision with one of them receivers, they can't keep both of them, Ayuk and Debo with those contracts, with Purdy in line to get paid. So I feel like if they trade one of them, that can keep their window open a little bit, because again, they got to give Purdy a good contract, but they got to fill in some holes around him, especially on defense, because with that contract, they're going to keep losing guys. They already lost some guys this year on defense. I feel like that started to show a little bit, especially when guys on offense started to get knocked out with injuries. So just a down year overall for the Niners. But if they made the right decisions in the all season, it could put them back in line to be contenders next year.
Yeah. The Niners, yeah. I mean, I think Debo's out of there because he didn't have a great season anyway. And also, I like the rookie Pearsall. He's really stepping up in this game. Had a big game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they still got Jennings too, so I thought they'd be okay with IU coming back. If they get C-Mac and he's back healthy, they should be okay. The thing about them, what do you do with Purdy? I think I would do nothing with Purdy at this point. I would just let him play out his contract and then one more year, and then see about next year. Yeah, because this year we couldn't really see nothing, and he didn't play well or great this year. As far as the Lions are concerned, man, that Ben Johnson, like y'all said, man, he's so good, man. It's insane. This one was the hook and ladder. This week, every week. This dude got more tricks than I don't know, like a magician. Like it's ridiculous, bro.
Playing
Madden. He playing Madden out there for real, bro. Like
for real playing Madden.
And it works every week. That's the thing about it. Like for touchdowns, like that's the crazy part about it. And they got the speed. The defense is bad. I mean, they got the one corner. He's nice. He got like league interceptions. But the rest of it,
I think he's safety. Yeah, ain't he?
Yeah, safety. But they
both safety, him and Brian Branch, they both good.
But they're not getting the pass rush like they was before when Hutchinson was there, and it's gonna be bad. The only thing is like I want to pick against them because of the defense, but the offense is just so good. It's real hard. There's constant pressure on your defense because they go and score, and then Goff is playing so good. He's playing almost flawless football. He's making the right reads, making the right throws. I do like Dan Campbell. He's the players' coach, which I like about that. The players rallied behind him, which is good. And like I said, Ben Johnson is doing his thing. It's going to be next week is the first game in NFL history where both teams got 14 wins, like the most wins ever for two teams ever played. History.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, history.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's the most wins for two teams to ever play against each other. So that's crazy right there. And then in the same division, which is the crazy part is that the Packers got 11 wins in the same division. Like that division, wow, that's insane. And probably about to have 12. So, but anyway, so that should determine a lot. We're gonna pick them a little bit later, but yeah, the Lions, man. They need to buy. I really feel like they do need to buy for a lot of different reasons. But like you said, Jeff, for the outdoor situation, all that good stuff too.
I don't know if a week off is going. I don't know. I'm scared to give them a week off.
I would. They got a lot of injuries, bro. I mean, they
can skip that first week and then get Montgomery back. That'll be big for them.
Yeah, another people on defense too, man. They got like 6 dudes out, man. I don't know, man, but I see what you're saying about the momentum and stuff like that. So, but I don't know. I think they needed more than the Vikings needed to me. So we're gonna see how that goes. Yeah, but anyway, that was good. That was a good game. Niners, though, I wouldn't pay Purdy right now, like I said before. Award season.
Gotta give him something.
Who, Purdy? No, you don't.
I mean, damn, bro.
He had the contract.
No, all right, he sucks this year. You're right.
Here's the problem, though. I agree with you on one aspect. Purdy has made less than like $2 million.
Like he gotta give him something.
The price will keep going up.
Bonus or something.
Just like with that, the price if you don't pay him this year, the price for quarterbacks will keep going up next year.
But would you pay Purdy after this year? After the season right now?
No, well, you can't because it's just how the season played out. But
right,
I would.
It's going to keep going.
The price will keep going up. Organization can catch them black. It's low. You ain't got to give them a whole bunch.
But what I'm just saying, actually, yeah.
From an organizational standpoint, it ain't that high right now. Go ahead and hit it with $1. Like, look, bro, you just had a bad season.
Yeah, yesterday's price.
So you come back next year and kill it.
Because you know who about to kill him, yo?
Like
you know who they should have paid? Who about to kill him? Chase. They didn't pay Chase. Chase is about to break the bank.
That's why the girl lose Higgins because he gonna kill him. He gonna block him on the head.
That's why Higgins already going off right now because he auditioning for his contract.
No, he's not auditioning. He's getting paid already, bro. He had come on, what he did against the Ravens alone gets him paid. Like 5 touchdowns, 500 yards on one team in 2 games. Come on,
they could have paid Chase last year. They about to. Oh my god! So yeah, you're right.
Their defense never gonna get better.
But. I don't think I feel bad. Like I said, Purdy only made $2 million in his whole career, and he went to the Super Bowl and all that stuff.
That's why they got to give him a check right now because, like they said, next season he get all them dudes healthy. That season after that, they could be in trouble.
Yeah, we're gonna see. MVP, man. So you already said that, so we'll move on from that. We already got Lamar. Yeah. Defensive Player of the Year, Daryl. Who you think?
You know who you're gonna say.
I'm gonna go with TJ. Even
Yo,
though I feel like,
man.
but it's weird because I feel like last year he played better
Yeah,
than this year
yeah,
and should have won it. But this is crazy. I'm looking out of eyes. He's the eyes on favorite right now. It's like
yeah,
he's had a down year just compared to his
yeah.
years before. But I got TJ because there's no one else really.
Who's number two?
Kirby Joseph for the Lions
Oh,
leading the league
all interceptions.
and
Yeah, I got you.
yeah.
Okay.
Nah, I got, I
Yeah,
got,
I probably put Surtain 3.
I got Surtain too. That's what I was going to say. I got TJ taking it. I mean, you just got to. It's for one, it's really becoming like a defensive lineman award anyway. Only 6 cornerbacks in the history of the league have ever won defensive player of the year. So it's a defensive lineman thing at this point. Whoever has the most sacks has the most impact. So it's going to be TJ Watt. That's obvious.
Okay. I mean, if I were to pick, if I had to pick one, yeah, I guess it was. It's more default this year. He did have much better seasons, bro. Like Darryl said,
everybody else.
But he's had other better seasons, but this year ain't nobody really standing out. This is what I'm saying, like that. I feel like what his name, Micah, just can't never get on that.
Podcast too much.
I know. Everybody got a podcast. They be doing nothing, bro. It's crazy, bro. But anyway. Coach of the year, man. This is a hard one, man. Because you got some teams with 14 wins, 13 wins. Like, I don't know.
What I'm saying, like,
Jeff, who you got, bro?
Detroit Lions, bro. Dan Campbell, man. You just can't ignore it, bro. Can't ignore that, man. You can't ignore what that man's doing. Like every week he's gambling. Like he's like, yo, we are going to do a trick play every week. Just know that. Like, yo, what are we doing this week? And then, like I said, his time management, he hasn't had that time management blunder like a lot of other coaches have had this season. Like I was looking at like, damn, I've seen so many other coaches like blow a timeout here, use a timeout when they shouldn't use it, let the clock run down. He hasn't had that blunder, and all his fourth down things he's going for it. You got to give it to him. Like he's on the best team. They're trying to be the best. They're the best team in the league right now. They're the best team overall. They're better than the Chiefs. The Chiefs just have the best player in the world and probably one of the best coaches in the world. But the Detroit Lions have the best overall team. So I got to go Dan Campbell. I really can't go nowhere else.
Darryl?
Wanted to wait until this Sunday night game to answer this between Lions and Vikings, but right now I got Lions over Kevin O'Connell right now. Just with the the Lions losing. I got Dan Campbell over Kevin O'Connell. Okay. Really right now it's them two for me. Like I said, that's why I want to wait till after that game. But right now I'll give the edge to Dan Campbell. I'm just losing the heart and soul of that team early in the year, and then still galvanizing the troops. And then really like I would just said with these going for it, it's really preparing the Lions for any situation. Like there's no situation that come playoff time that they're not going to be prepared for. Like especially if like 4th and 2, they need to get in field goal range. You already know what they're going to do. Like they're not going to be looking around. They already have a plan in place. So and then everybody just bought into his style of coaching. It's not the traditional style, really just a players experienced coach that kind of he knows what all the players are going through, so he kind of feels into that and buys into that. So and like he could have won it last year too, but really it's just him building off what he did last year to carry it over and it's still working this year.
I think they jacked him last year, so he can't get this year. But I don't have Kevin O'Connell at 2. I really got Jim Harbaugh at 2. Really, like come on, look what the Chargers did, bro. They got rid of every weapon you could ask for. The motherfuckers on the cusp of making the playoffs again, with a quarterback doing less than he did last year. Like this motherfucker doing less. Like I gotta go Harbaugh's too. Like everybody else.
I got O'Connell at 1, honestly, and that's because for the Lions, they won an NFC Championship game last year. So like you said, it kind of carried over, but they were already projected to be a good team. The Vikings were projected to have 4 wins this year, and they got 14. So I got to go with O'Connell, bro. Like them jokers, like they overachieved, if you ask me. So and he's the main reason. When Sam Darnold been trashed for 6 years, he done made this nigga they made this dude a Pro Bowler. Like
maybe he wasn't trash. It was other organizations like the Panthers. They was trash. The Jets. They was trash. Like, come on, bro.
I mean, he did come out and say he was seeing ghosts out there at one point. So,
like come on, man. Like the organization doo-doo. Like
I mean, but that was on him a little bit. But I ain't gonna say I'm seeing ghosts. Come on, man. That's fine, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. Like, terrible organizations, man. The New York Jets are the Clippers of the NFL, man.
That's true. I agree. I agree. But either way, I'm going with O'Connell. I'll probably go. I'll probably go Campbell too, though. I would because they are.
Yeah, you gotta be in one or two. You can't just leave them out.
Yeah, for sure. But see, with Campbell, I like Campbell as a motivating players coach. He's a good dude. But I really put more of their success on Ben Johnson than I do.
Yeah,
he called the plays, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's what I think. Even though I like Campbell, though, you know what I mean. So now let's see how good. I want to forget the award this year. I don't know what winner now, but let's see how good the Lions and Campbell is without Ben Johnson when he did next year. That's what I want to see. How they, without them tricks. But anyway, offensive player of the year, go with Jaden Daniels. We already know. Rookie of the year. We already know. Defensive rookie of the year. Daryl, you got.
Kind of like a quiet, for me, it's kind of a quiet year for defensive rookies, really. But I'm gonna go with Jared Verse for the Rams. I feel like they kind of turning the tide. Like I know they had like a lot of veterans on that side in the past, but now they got really a lot of young rookie route, and I think he's leading the. I'm not sure if it's tackles or sacks, but he's a good edge rusher this year for rookie. But I feel like it's been a quiet year for defensive rookies right now.
Jeff?
I got Mitchell in Philly. I mean, you can't find lockdown. And listen, I know he didn't lock everybody down all season. He did get burnt a game or so. You got to give up some game. You're a rookie. You're not going to have every game you shutting down the top guys the whole season. But he had that streak. And honestly, look, man, we know he had he already had what we call him, Mike Slay. What's Slay name?
No place Slay.
No place Slay. We already had, you know what I'm saying? Burberry, Bradbury. Like, come on, bro. Like, he really solidified that half of the defense for the Philadelphia Eagles, enabled them to have a lot of success, with CJ, and then making the pass rush have good success. Because the pass rush has been good no matter what. All them first rounders they got, Davis, all them motherfuckers. But
all them Georgia boys,
all them Georgia boys, all them SEC boys, like no matter what. So, but you gotta have somebody to lock somebody down. And he had an amazing streak of locking down number one guys throughout the season. Now he wasn't as hot the entire season, but he was consistent. I can say that. You can't help a Puka or a Cup, like a Triple Crown winner, come to your town and put the business to you. Like, come on, bro, you a rookie. Like,
I'm saying like he didn't get cooked in the game.
Yeah, he got cooked. I admitted it. Because other than that, like the rest of them cats, he was putting work on them.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you, Jeff, on that. I'll probably go with him too. With the first 5, 6, maybe 8 games, 9 games, he was just that good. Yeah. I don't think his rookie season was as good as Sauce's good rookie season the year before, as far as
numbers wise, but impact it might be the same.
Yeah, Sauce was doing the business, but then again, I don't know what happened to Sauce now. Sauce ain't this like
right. He Alfredo right now. He not Sauce anymore. Alfredo.
We're gonna see what Mitchell do the following season. But and also Zach Bond too. They got a good young tandem going on. So I'll probably go with him. Speaking of them, I was going to on the damn camera, but I'm still talking. I was going to add about the Saquon switcher, but the Eagles already said shutting him down. How you feel about that?
Well, that's smart. I mean, they playing a long game.
I want to get greedy.
You know what I'm saying? They're playing a long game, and this history of injuries. You can't even risk that shit with him, bro. Like he fuck around.
Bro, it's a 40-year record. Like you don't think he's gonna go for it, man?
No.
If they going for it,
and they're gonna say he needed one more game. Might as well just take the 2K yards, have a good year, be the offensive player of the year. Just be good with that.
I want him to try for it. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really do. But if he was my team and we going into the playoffs, bro, chill for a second. You know what I'm saying?
So will ever be broken at this point? I don't think
I think the running back is coming back now. I think the running back is starting to get some traction and coming back again. Like, listen, we had 2 cats there and they're going for 2,000. Like him and Henry damn near hit the mark. Like, it's still right there. Look, Bijan is coming up. Give Gibbs a whole season running back by himself. He can fuck around catching. You got a plethora of running backs. Kyron Williams really could probably put the work into it. They just did a run dominant team, but they're not.
Only thing I will say is to not let them go for it is because if you let him go, you got to play the whole offensive line. Because you're gonna play him on the rookies or backups,
Might get
and
rolled up on.
right. And then offensive line, you need them for Jalen. So I mean, I'd rather give them the day off.
And you got to play him too. You can't come back with McAfee or whoever. Pickett.
Yeah. So I feel like that you can't play him only. You got to play him with everybody else, or it'll make no sense. And they all need rest. On top of that, the defense as well. They could all use the rest. So I feel like that's the only reason why it's a shame, though, because he only 105 yards away or some crazy.
And it'll be against his old team. Who said, is he worth $12 million? Oh, man.
I'm going to tell you something, yo. If they would have played this dude, him over 100 yards with the lock of the century, I'd have put $5 on that.
Probably minus
Vegas would have been 350. He's got 99
yards.
99 yards of him today.
I know. Vegas
everybody got put about like minus 350. You got that crazy bird to make something.
Oh, bro. It would have been easy money, but they would have took it from everybody. They wouldn't, But I mean, listen, like I said, and I've been saying all season, like Derrick Henry not that far behind. Like,
no, he's not. He's
not that far. Like
he's gonna play this week too.
Yeah, like he's not that far behind Saquon. Like, so that's what kind of took away from the MVP luster for Saquon for me, because it's like, damn, well, Derrick Henry doing the same shit, and his quarterback run way more than yours. Like
way more than yours, yeah.
So that was one of those things.
A lot more car runs too.
A lot more designed. Yeah.
The design runs, yeah. They were saying that too. They were talking about how off topic, but I think Cam Newton was saying it, which he was right. He was like, how Lamar just broke Vic's record for rushing. But they said Vic ain't have a lot of design runs in Atlanta. He just took off when the playbook up.
Nah, bro. When they had that TDT, bro, they was running design runs with Vic.
You think so?
Yeah, they was running them design runs.
I don't know, man. They didn't have a lot of design runs in the NFL back then.
Yeah, it wasn't the RPO how it is now. He was not even like the Wildcat.
Yeah, it wasn't even a Wildcat. It was more like a drop back, and he just—I get what you're saying, but it wasn't like it is now, bro. These are like designed for the quarterback. It's a little bit different.
I'll give you that, but I mean, it's still like for a quarterback to run for 1,000 yards. Like, come on, like Lamar did that already. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He did.
Now, did he run for 1,000 in one season?
I think he did.
So can't close to it.
Like that's crazy, bro. This is a quarterback. Like
I know.
He's already 4
Lamar might wind up with 10,000. That's a running back career. 10,000
running back number, bro.
Yeah, like real, yo.
He might as well just pile all these MVPs up. Might as well go ahead, man.
I mean, we'll see.
He went that bull.
He went the bull. Power rankings though, Daryl. Who you got, man? 1 through 5, man.
Power rankings. I got Chiefs at 1. Then I got the Eagles at 2, and then after that I got Vikings, Lions, and Ravens.
All right,
I tell you, bro, I don't even know what you. yo, you a funny dude, bro. Like I just said, like the Lions at 3. You said that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
No, Vikings at 3, Lions at 4.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Shit. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. I'm gonna go with the Lions. I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills. Then I'm gonna go with the Vikings, and then I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Ravens, their record ain't it, but they so deadly. Like I don't know, they could come into your crib and run all over you. Like
I'm gonna go. Chiefs got to be 115-1. I'm gonna still stick with the Lions. Where they've been. I'm gonna go with the Ravens. No, I'm going to the Eagles. Damn, it's tough, man. Eagles, probably Ravens and Vikings. What I
didn't even put the Eagles in there. I'm tripping. Yeah. Tripped
all the way out. And also, I'm looking right now. Derrick Henry is 40 carries behind Saquon too. So 40 carries. Yeah, that's another. Derrick Henry got 1783. So he got about.
I didn't think he was that far behind. He's far behind.
Well, he 200 and about 200.
That's a lot of yards.
But 40 carries, about 120 yards for him. So it's not like he's
40 carries. Derrick Henry that's like 200 some yards.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So those 40 carries, it'd be right there.
Yeah, he'd be right there. He had them carries. Yeah, if Lamar wasn't running, he had them carries.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, 40 carries, but that means
I can't really just get just get carried away with the Saquon MVP thing. I had to cut it short.
Well, it makes a good point though, because Saquon did play. He would have to have enough 25 carries. They'll give him like almost 400 for the season. That's a lot of carries for a running back.
And that's and you know what's gonna happen? He's gonna be hurt next season.
Oh yeah, I mean, listen,
easy.
Saquon. Let me tell you something. Saquon gonna be a highly drafted fantasy player, but when a running back have almost 400 carries,
over 300 is the thing. Like
he got 345 right now.
That's what I'm saying. Like over 300 carries is insane, bro. That's what happened with McCaffrey last season.
Not even in playoffs didn't start yet.
Playoffs didn't start yet. So you're gonna want to probably like 450, almost 500 carries, bro. On top of the receiving stuff too. Bro, listen, he'll get drafted high, but he's not gonna have as good as a season.
He not. Like, I don't know if I drafted like first in this league.
Daryl, listen, bro.
You'll be the new Chris McCaffrey.
I'm gonna give you the game, bro. If you got number one pick, don't draft Saquon, bro. I'm telling you right now.
I'm staying away from running backs.
I'm
got the Brees first round this year.
He gonna get his first.
Yo, Gibbs well rested. He spent most of the time playing 50.
I know, bro. He never played a full season all to himself. Like he's gonna be out the box hot. Like,
probably gonna cut him loose next year. Like he's gonna
no, they gonna cut him insanely loose next year, bro.
Who lose? Gibbs?
Yeah, I mean they gonna let him do whatever he wants. He gonna be doing anything.
Anything, bro. Anything, but
anyway, I don't know. What's the point of bringing Montgomery back? Like.
Saying they just paid him. They might trade him or something.
They might trade Montgomery, bro, because the rookie already too. Like I said, Jeff, what's up with the pickups, man? What was it last week?
Woo! So last week, man, it was interesting, man.
How 3-0?
Yeah, you was 3-0. He was Toby on your heels.
I know.
He said he was on your heels. So last week it was the Cincinnati Denver game, Green Bay Minnesota, Commanders Atlanta. Jordan took Cincinnati, Green Bay Commanders. Daryl took Cincinnati, Green Bay Commanders. Toby, Cincinnati, Minnesota Commanders. Mike, Cincinnati, Minnesota Commanders. And Lone Wolf, I took Denver, Minnesota, and the Commanders.
Denver was wild, bro.
It was a close game. It really was a toss-up. I'm like, yo, that game was too close.
It was so close.
After 17 weeks, Mike, you got 39-19. Toby is 38-20. Jordan 35-23, 34-24, and Daryl is 29 and he mid like always 29-29.
I'll say 500. I'll take it.
Yeah, you got to get 30 wins, bro.
Yeah, you got to get 30 wins. Man. Come on.
I'm gonna get at least one this year. Like, what you
got, Daryl? You can go first, bro.
So yeah, all right. You put them up there. There you go.
Yeah.
I had to put some trash games up there that's like in the balance, like the Dolphins game, that Jazz game, because everything else is predictable. It's a good team versus a bad team, except for the Chargers game. We're gonna smack them.
Yeah, because the Chargers, they might be resting guys. So
they got playoffs. I think they got to win.
They already got the locked up, but it's just about seeding with them. They can get the 5th seed, and we can go to 6. But I'm gonna go Lions. I'm gonna go Dolphins. I'll go Chargers and Colts.
Where that Lions game at? Is it Detroit or is it in
No, that Lions game is in
Either
way it's a dome. It don't matter. It's a dome.
Yeah. All right. Let me tell you something, Daryl, too, about your betting this week, bro. The Jets, Dolphins, bro. Listen, Aaron Rodgers got 499 touchdowns.
He won't
Might be his last game ever.
Yeah.
Take him for one touchdown. Because he won that 500 touchdown, bro.
Want that.
Bro,
he took himself out the game last game.
Bro, this might be his last game ever. He won that 500 touchdown, bro. He don't get one touchdown.
It's a category for that 500 touchdowns.
It's like only a 4 or 5.
Him and Devontae. They probably already got it scripted. Him and Devontae.
I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, that's what they want. I think it's only like Brady, Manning, and Favre, something like this. Not like a lot of guys got 500 touchdowns, bro. 499, one anytime, not anytime touchdown, one pass touchdown, taking a ride. Anyway, I'm gonna go Lions. I'm gonna go Dolphins 2. I can never run the bum ass Raiders. So I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Hey yo, man, it's crazy. I don't know, man. It is only 4 people in that zone, but Brady got 649.
That's crazy.
I understand, but he can get that 500 club, bro.
Yeah, it's only 4 of them. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So Lions, Dolphins, Chargers, of course. Jags. They got My man Mac Jones up
Mac
in there right
Jones, I
now.
don't even know, man. The
I
Colts
know,
ain't
he's-
even, they started Flacco.
Yeah, Flacco be balling, bro. Too.
Flacco
He
been
was trash this game.
Nigga, you
This past
bugging.
game, he was trash.
He was,
Trash.
but they got something to play for. So I'm gonna go with the Colts still. on
Colts
that.
ain't got nothing to play for.
They out.
They got pride to play
They-
for.
They got nothing to play
I mean,
for.
after that game against the Lions, I don't know where they pride is.
and I can't bet on Mac Jones, bro. I'm sorry, but that was my guy back in the day. But I
Can't
can't
bet
do
on
it.
Mac Jones. Listen, Jaguars trying that top pick, so I'm gonna go with the.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with the Lions, Dolphins. I'm going with the Raiders. I just think they could upset the Chargers for sure, and I'm going with the Colts.
All
Bro,
right.
like we on a win streak. We good for beating
That's
teams
true.
in December. That's what we do. Like in December, we win.
That's true. That's true. Well, we'll get the picks from Toby and Jordan. We'll be back next week with our playoff preview show. But we're a short week. We're going to talk about last week. We'll try to get this into the playoffs and, brand new pick'ems. So the playoff pick'ems. So Daryl, you can redeem yourself for the playoffs. You can see.
We getting a prize. Let's do a prize just for the playoff pickups, or
We should.
set something
Yeah.
up.
Think about that, man.
What?
Prize for playoff pickup.
Let's start fresh next season.
All right. Well, anyway.
Because I'm gonna try to get a little trophy and everything. Like I'm gonna
Okay.
get a little trophy, get the whole thing rolling.
Well, listen, it's your world. Just to set up
Yeah,
how we
yeah.
want the payment thing to work out.
I
But I
got
think
you.
it should be something that we play for because we do it for a whole season. So, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? It'd be
Yeah.
dope. But I appreciate y'all coming on. Thanks for Jeff. Thanks for Daryl. Jordan told me back next week. Everybody, please like, comment, subscribe. It's good to be back. I'm sure people are on holiday. We're going to put the show out on Facebook, on the platforms. We'll be back next week on a regular schedule. So thanks again for One Mike Media. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace.
All right, guys.
That's good.
Bye, y'all.
Here comes- I should pick that up.